Chapter 8. Next morning, they set off again. After hours of walking, they reached the end of a mountain range. Now there's danger all around us, Alan said. But if we go east, there will probably be fewer soldiers. Still, the land is very flat there, and we must be very careful. Come on, let's go. The two men crawled along the ground. As the day progressed, the sun rose and the heat increased. Their travel became very difficult. At noon they lay behind a thick bush to rest. David slept first and then Alan woke him. Wake up, Davy, it's my turn to rest now. But look, I've set a stick in the ground. When you see the stick's shadow reach this far, he pointed, wake me. David sat keeping watch. He tried to stay awake, but soon his eyes began to close. Tiredness overcame him, and he fell to the ground. When he awoke, the shadow of the stick was past Alan's mark, and in the distance he could see the redcoats of English soldiers. They were sitting on the ground, talking, and had their backs turned to them. Quickly he awoke Alan. Alan looked angry as he whispered, now we'll have to sneak away. Come on, we must reach Ben Alder. We must reach Ben Alder Mountain. Again they crawled for hours. David's body ached more than ever. At some point he asked, let us rest now, Alan. We are far away enough. No, we'll not stop till we reach the mountain, said Alan. His voice sounded harsh to David. He began to feel hate for this life of the hunted, and hate for Alan too. A new day started. They had traveled far enough from danger, and they could stand upright. They weren't far from the mountain, and there were large rocks and bushes nearby. Suddenly, 4 men appeared with knives in their hands. Alan called out to them in Gaelic, a language David didn't understand. He talked to them for a while, then turned to David. Just as I thought, these are the men of Cloney Macpherson. He will hide us for a while, he said. David had heard of this man before. He was one of the most important leaders of the rebellion against English and had been fighting the soldiers for 6 years. They followed the men and before long reached the bottom of the mountain. Behind the large clump of bush was a small cave entrance. They all crawled through this. Soon they were in the large space with many paintings decorating the cave walls. A large man with a black beard greeting them. Welcome, I am Cloney Macpherson. As you see, I try to make living here as comfortable as possible, he said, and smiled at David. If you're a friend to Alan Stewart, that's good enough for me. Let's sit and talk, he continued. Thank you, I am David Ball. David tried to say, but he collapsed, falling into a deep sleep. He awoke some time later, feeling very sick. He drank some hot water with lemon in it. As he drifted back to sleep, he saw Alan playing cards with Cloney. For some days David lay on a bed, waking up and falling asleep again. Once while eating some food, Alan came to his side. David, can you lend me your money? He asked. Dizzy and confused, Dizzy said, What? What for? It's just a loan. After all I've done for you, you won't refuse me, surely, insisted Alan. Half awake, David agreed. A day after that incident, he was feeling much better. But when he talked to Alan, the boy said he was very sad. Davy, I'm sorry, but I lost all our money on the cards, said his friend. I can't control myself when I play cards. David was silent for a while. He looked at Cloney, who sat at a table, shuffling cards. I must ask for your help, Mr. Macpherson, as if I were your son, he told me. Although you fairly won the money, I am in a bad situation, haunted as I am. What am I to do with no money? And I must say I have always thought the playing of cards a bad thing. Kalani looked annoyed at first, but then he smiled. Well, now we are both haunted, and I will help as best I can, he said. So I will give you back your money, but young man, you must speak more kindly of the cards. I love playing them.